Hello students, how are you all? Today we have the continuation topic classroom teaching exercise questions of equilibrium. Next question number 44. Look at the question number 44. What is the equilibrium expression for the reaction P4 plus 5O2 gives rise to P4O10? First let's write equation. P4 solid plus 5O2 gas gives rise to P4O10 solid. So first we have to write the equilibrium expression now. Equilibrium constant Kc is equal to concentrations of products by concentrations of reactants. So P4O10 solid concentration by concentration of P4 and concentration of O2. Concentration of O2 power 5. And we know very well that the concentrations of molar concentration of solid and pure liquid is taken as unity. The molar concentration of solid and pure liquid is taken as unity. Then Kc is equal to 1 by O2 concentration power 5. So this is the final equation. Here P4O10 is a solid and P4 is a solid. So these two concentrations are taken as a unity. So the equation becomes Kc is equal to 1 by O2 concentration power 5. So look at the options. Option 1. Kc is equal to concentration of P4O10 by concentration of P4 and concentration of O2 power 5. It is incorrect option. So we have to get Kc is equal to 1 by O2 concentration power 5 is the correct answer. Next we look at the option 2. Kc is equal to 1 by O2 concentration power 5. So for question number 44, second option is correct. Kc is equal to 1 by O2 concentration power 5. So question number 44, second option is correct. Next question number 45. Look at the question number 45. The equilibrium constant Kp for the reaction NH4HS gives rise to NH3 plus H2S is. So first letter equation. NH4 HS, it is a solid, gives rise to NH3 is a gas plus H2S is a gas. So we have to write equilibrium constant Kp for this reaction. Then Kp is equal to the product of partial pressures of products by the product of partial pressures of reactants. So what are the products we have? Partial pressure of NH3, partial pressure of NH3 and partial pressure of H2S. Partial pressure of H2S by we have to take partial pressure of NH4HS. Here is NH4HS is a solid. So the pure solid and liquid, so its partial pressure is also taken as a unity. Then Kp is equal to we have to neglect NH4HS. It is a solid. Then equation is partial pressure of NH3 into partial pressure of H2S. So look at options. So this is the final equation. So for the question number 45, the equilibrium constant Kp for the reaction NH4HS gives rise to NH3 plus H2S is, look at the option 1. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NH3 into partial pressure of H2S by partial pressure of NH4HS. This is incorrect. So this is the correct equation, final correct equation. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NH3 into partial pressure of H2S. Look at the second option. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NH4HS by partial pressure of NH3 into partial pressure of H2S. This is also incorrect option. Look at the third option. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NH4SS. This is also incorrect option. Look at the fourth option. Kp is equal to partial pressure of NH3 into partial pressure of H2S. So question number 45, fourth option is correct. Question number 45, option 4 is correct. Next question number 46. Look at the question number 46. In the process, N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. The initial concentration of nitrogen and hydrogen are 1 mole per liter and 3 mole per liter respectively. The equilibrium constant of the reaction is X. Then Kc Kc for 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. First, let's write equation. N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. 2NH3. So what is the data is given for this reaction is the initial concentration of nitrogen and hydrogen are 1 mole per liter and 3 mole per liter respectively. The equilibrium constant of the reaction is X. Kc is given. So Kc is equal to X. The equilibrium constant of the reaction is X. Then Kc for 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2 is. So what is the equation is given you? 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. So Kc dash I am labeling. Here is Kc is there. To differentiate it, I am labeling it as Kc dash. We have to find out. If you look at these two equations, so here N2 and H2 are the reactants and here N2 and H2 are the products. Here ammonia is a product, here ammonia is a reactant. Just a reversing of the first equation. If you reverse the first equation, you will get to this equation. N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. If you reverse this equation, then 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. The relationship between the Kc and Kc dash, when the equation is reversed, the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash is equal to Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc. So this is the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash. Kc dash and Kc. Then Kc dash is equal to, Kc is given. So 1 by Kc is equal to how much is given? X. So 1 by X, isn't it? Then this is the final equation. Kc dash is equal to 1 by X. Look at the options. Option 1, X. Option 2, 2X. Option 3, 1 by X. Option 4, 3X. So question number 46, third option is correct. Third option is 1 by X. For the question number 46, third option is correct. Next, question number 47. Look at the question number 47. The equilibrium constant of a reaction at 298 Kelvin is 5 into 10 power minus 3 and at 1000 Kelvin is 2 into 10 power minus 5. What is the sign of delta H for the reaction? So first, equilibrium constant K. Equilibrium constant K is equal to 5 into 10 power minus 3. 5 into 10 power minus 3. This is at which temperature? 298 Kelvin. At 298 Kelvin. This is at 298 Kelvin. Next, equilibrium constant K at 1000 Kelvin. 2 into 10 power minus 5. This is at 1000 Kelvin. 1000 Kelvin. Then what is the question is, what is the sign of delta H for the reaction? So delta H is equal to what? Positive or negative or 0, we have to find out. What is the delta H for this reaction? So here look at equilibrium constant. So here is at 290 Kelvin, 5 into 10 power minus 3. So here to here is temperature is increases. Temperature is increases. The temperature increases, but what about the equilibrium constant value? Decreases. Here is 5 into 10 power minus 3, here 2 into 10 power minus 5. This is the 5 into 10 power minus 3 is the higher value and 2 into 10 power minus is the lower value. So at 290 Kelvin, K is more when compared to the temperature at 1000 Kelvin. So temperature is increases from 298 to 1000 Kelvin, temperature increases, but K value is decreases. K value is decreases. So temperature increases. Temperature is increases from 298 to 1000 Kelvin, but K value is decreases. K is decreases. So here we have two cases. One delta H. One is endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. In the case of endothermic reaction, K is directly proportional to temperature. K is directly proportional to temperature. Temperature increases, so K also is going to get increases. Endothermic reaction in the sense that means heat absorbed. Heat absorbed. Heat absorbed in the sense delta H is equal to what we have taken. Delta H is equal to positive. Heat is absorbed, delta H is positive. That means temperature increases, K increases, delta H is positive. Second one, exothermic reactions. Exothermic reaction. In the case of exothermic reaction, K is inversely proportional to temperature. K is inversely proportional to equilibrium constant. K is inversely proportional to temperature. Whenever the temperature increases, K is going to get decreases, isn't it? In this case, heat evolved. Heat is evolved. For this case, delta H is equal to what we have to take? Negative. Delta H is equal to negative here. In the case of endothermic reaction, delta H is equal to positive. Look at here. So from here to here, temperature is increases. Temperature is what? Increases. Temperature increases 290 to 1000 Kelvin, but K value is decreases. 5 into 10 power minus 3, 2 into 10 power minus 4. K value is decreases. So temperature increases, K is decreases. Temperature increases, K is decreases. That nothing but that is exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction, it is evolved. Delta H is equal to what we have to take? Negative sign. Delta H is negative for according to the given data. So look at options. So first option, delta H is positive, and second option, delta H is negative. So second option is the correct. Delta H is negative for this question. So when temperature increases, K is going to get decreases, delta H is negative. So for question number 47, second option is correct. Next, question number 48. Look at the question number 48. N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. In this equilibrium system, if the pressure is increased at 25 degrees centigrade, then the value of Kc will be the value of equilibrium constant independent on initial concentration of reactants and product, and the second one is pressure, and the third one is catalyst, and the fourth one is volume of the vessel. This is very important point. We can solve many questions based on this point. So what is the point is the value of equilibrium constant. The value of equilibrium constant independent, that means do not depend. Independent on. The value of equilibrium constant independent on, do not depends on. The first one is initial concentration of reactants and products. This is very important point, so that I am writing reactants and product. And the second point is on pressure, independent on pressure. And the third one is catalyst. And the fourth one is volume of vessel. Volume of the vessel. So these are the four very important points. The value of equilibrium constant independent on initial concentration of reactants and product, and pressure, catalyst, and fourth one is volume of the vessel. And the value of equilibrium constant depends on, the first one is temperature, it depends on temperature. The second one is mode of writing a chemical equation, the mode of writing a chemical equation, simply the mode of representation of chemical equation. The third one is stoichiometric coefficients. The value of equilibrium constant depends upon temperature, mode of writing of equation or mode of representation of a chemical equation, and the third one is stoichiometric coefficients. So look at options. Question number 48. 1 increases, 2 decreases, third option remains the same, fourth option depends on nature of the reactant. So N2 plus 3H2 gives us to 2NH3 in this equilibrium system. If the pressure is increased at 25 degrees centigrade, then the value of Kc is value of Kc do not depends upon pressure, remains same. So question number 48, third option is correct, remains the same. So question number 48, third option is correct. Next, question number 49. Look at the question number 49. A plus B gives A plus B plus heat gives rise to 2C plus 2D. At equilibrium, the concentration of B is doubled. By the what factor concentration of D should change to retain the equilibrium? First, let's write equation. A solid plus B gas plus heat gives rise to 2C. 2C, this is a solid plus 2D gas, plus 2D, it is a gas. This is the equation is given. At equilibrium, concentration of B is doubled. So concentration of B is doubled. Concentration of B is doubled. Next, by what factor the concentration of D should change to retain the equilibrium? Then we have to find out by what factor concentration of D should change to retain the equilibrium. So we have to find out D. Then by what factor the concentration of D should change to retain the equilibrium. So first I am writing equilibrium expression Kc, equilibrium constant Kc is equal to, here is A is a solid, B is a gas. So first I am writing product concentration, C concentration power 2 and D concentration power 2 by A concentration and B concentration. Here C is a solid, A is a solid. We can neglect them. Concentration of solid and pure liquid is taken as a unity. Then Kc is equal to D concentration power 2 by B concentration. This I am labeling as equation number 1. I am labeling it as equation number 1. Next, what the statement is given is at equilibrium the concentration of B is doubled. So concentration of B is doubled. Then by what factor concentration of D should change to retain the equilibrium? So I am taking Kc, I am rewriting equation Kc is equal to, we have to find by what factor the concentration D should change to retain the equilibrium. So X D concentration power 2 by concentration of B is doubled. I am labeling it as 2B, isn't it? This equation I am labeling as 2. So from equation 1 and 2 we can write D concentration power 2 by B concentration is equal to X into D concentration power 2, isn't it? By 2B concentration, isn't it? Then X we have to find out. Then X is equal to D concentration power 2 and 2 into B concentration by, so this is X square. X square is equal to D concentration power 2 into 2B concentration by B concentration and D concentration power 2, isn't it? So D concentration power 2, D concentration power 2 cancel, B will be cancelled. Then what we have is X square is equal to 2. Then X is equal to root 2. So this is the X value, X is equal to root 2. Then look at the options. First option is root 2, second option is 2, third option is 3, fourth option is root 3. So question number 49, first option is correct, root 2. First option is correct. Next question number 50. Look at the question number 50. For A2 plus B2 gives rise to 2AB and the rate constant of forward reaction is given 5 and the rate constant of backward reaction is 15. Kc for 2AB gives rise to A2 plus B2 is, first let's write equation. A2 plus B2, A2 gas plus B2 gas gives rise to 2AB. For this case, rate constant of forward reaction is equal to how much given? 5. And the rate constant of backward reaction is given 15. Kb is equal to 15. Next, Kc for, we have to find out Kc for 2AB. 2AB gives rise to A2 plus B2. It is also a gas. Right, we have to find out Kc for this equation. So this I am labeling as Kc. Kc is equal to, here is a rate constant of forward reaction. So K of forward reaction by rate constant of backward reaction. So this I am labeling as Kc. To differentiate two equations, this first equation I am labeling Kc, second equation I am labeling as Kc dash. So we have to find out the relation between the Kc and Kc dash. Here is look at equation a2 plus b2 gives rise to 2ab. Just reversing of the first equation will get second equation. 2ab gives rise to a2 plus b2. So reversing of first equation will get second equation. Then the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash is Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc. When the equation is reversed, then the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash is Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc. First we have to find out the what is the Kc value. The Kc value, rate constant of forward reaction is given 5. So rate constant of forward reaction how much is given? 5. So 5 by rate constant of backward reaction is given how much? 15. So 5 by 15, isn't it? That is equal to 1 by 3. That is equal to 1 by 3. So 5 by 15, 1 by 3. So Kc dash, Kc value we got, substitute in a given equation. Then Kc dash is equal to 1 by, so 1 by 3, 1 by 1 by 3. Then Kc dash is equal to 3. Kc dash is equal to 3. Look at options. Question number 50, first option 3, second option is 75, third option is root 3, fourth option is 1 by root 3. So question number 50, first option is correct. So question number 50, option 1 is correct. Next question number 51. Look at the question number 51. The equilibrium constant for a reaction A plus 2B gives rise to 2C is 40. The equilibrium constant for reaction C gives rise to B plus 1 by 2A is. So first let us write equation. A plus 2B gives rise to 2C. Gives rise to 2C. The equilibrium constant for reaction is 40. Kc is given how much? 40. Isn't it? Next the equilibrium constant for reaction C gives rise to B plus 1 by 2A. B plus 1 by 2A. So for this case I am writing equilibrium constant Kc dash. So Kc dash is question mark. Then we have to find the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash. If you look at the first equation A plus 2B gives rise to 2C. If you reversing of the first equation, you get the second equation. C gives rise to B plus 1 by 2A. So we have to divide the first equation by 2 will get a second equation. Reversing of the first equation. The reversing of first equation and dividing with 2 will get a second equation. C gives rise to B plus 1 by 2A. Next we have to find the relation between the Kc and Kc dash. Then Kc dash is equal to 1 by root Kc. This is the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash and Kc. Then Kc dash is equal to, Kc is given how much? 40. So that is equal to root 40. Root 40. This is nothing but we can write as Kc dash is equal to 1 by 40 power 1 by 2. Root 40 is nothing but 40 power 1 by 2. Look at options. Option 1, 1 by 40. Option 2, 1 by 40 power 1 by 2. Option 3, 1 by 40 square, 1 by 40 power 2, and option 4, 40. So question number 51, second option is correct, 1 by 40 power 1 by 2. So for question number 51, second option is correct. Next question number 52. Look at the question number 52. The equilibrium constant for the reaction N2 plus O2 gives rise to 2NO is 4 into 10 power minus 4 at 2000 Kelvin. In presence of a catalyst, the equilibrium is attained 3 times faster. The equilibrium constant in presence of the catalyst at 2000 Kelvin is. So first we'll let the equation N2 plus O2 gives rise to 2NO. It is a gas. So equilibrium constant is given, K is equal to, equilibrium constant K is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 4. 4 into 10 power minus 4 at 2000 Kelvin. At 2000 Kelvin. Next, in presence of a catalyst, the equilibrium is attained 3 times faster. The equilibrium constant in presence of catalyst at 2000 Kelvin is, so the value remains, Kc remains same. So that is 4 into 10 power minus 4 only, because the value of equilibrium constant independent on initial concentration of reactants and products, independent on pressure, independent on catalyst and volume of the vessel. So the value of equilibrium constant independent on catalyst, so that the value remains same. Kc is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 4. So look at the question number 52. Option 1 40 into 10 power minus 4, option 2 4 into 10 power minus 4, option 3 4 into 10 power minus 3, option 4 4 into 10 power minus 8. So question number 52, second option is correct, 4 into 10 power minus 4. Question number 52, second option is correct. Next, question number 53. Look at the question number 53. In a reversible reaction, if the concentration of reactants are doubled, the equilibrium constant K will be. So concentrations of reactants are doubled, then equilibrium constant K will be, first option change to 1 by 4 K, second option change it to 1 by 2 K, and change it to 2 K. Next 4 remains the same. So already we know very well that the value of equilibrium constant independent on initial concentrations of reactants and products. So value of equilibrium constant do not change, remains same. So that the value of equilibrium constant is independent on initial concentrations of reactants and products. If the concentration of reactants and products increases, the value of equilibrium constant do not change. So that 53 answer is fourth option, remains same. So 52, fourth option is correct. Next, question number 54. Look at the question number 54. The unit for equilibrium constant of the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 plus x kilocalories. So what is the equation is given? N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 plus what is the data is given? Plus x kilocalories. X kilocalories. So we have to find the units. So units Kc is equal to concentration, general formula, concentration power delta N, concentration power delta N. Here concentration is nothing but mole per liter delta N. So delta N value we have to find out. So delta N is equal to number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants, isn't it? All these are the gases. Number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Number of moles of gaseous products, how many is there? 2. So 2 minus number of moles of gaseous reactant. So this is 1 plus 3, that is equal to how many? 4. Here is how many is there? 2 is there. Here is only 2, here is 4. So 2 minus 4, that is equal to what? Minus 2. Then Kc is equal to mole per liter power minus 2. So this is the answer for this question. 54, look at options. First option mole per liter power minus 1. Second option mole per liter power minus 2. So question number 54, second option is correct. Question number 54, option 2 is correct. Next, question number 55. Look at the question number 55. For the equilibrium N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 at 1000 degrees centigrade, the equilibrium constant is very low. Then which of the following is correct at equilibrium? H2 concentration is very high but not N2 concentration. Second option, H2 concentration H2 is low. Third option, concentration of ammonia is very low. Fourth option, N2 concentration is low. So here Kc is mentioned. What is the statement is given is for the equilibrium N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 at 1000 degrees centigrade, the equilibrium constant is very low. K is given, K is very low. This is the statement is given. So here three conditions is there. If Kc is greater than 10 power 3, so Kc is greater than 10 power 3, products predominate over reactants. So products is more than reactants. Second case, if Kc is less than 10 power minus 3, is less than 10 power minus 3, reactants predominate over products. Reactants predominate over products. So this is the first case and this is the second case. And the third case is if Kc is in the range of 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. In the range of 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. So appreciable concentration of both reactants and products. Both reactants and products. So by taking this statement we can answer this question. Kc is very low. The Kc is very low in the sense Kc is less than 10 power minus 3, very low. Then reactants predominate over products. So reactants is more, products is less. Reactants predominate over products. So reactants is more, products is less. Look at options. So first option, H2 is very high but not N2. But N2 also will be high. Reactants is more. Next, actually what is the equation is given is N2 gas plus 3H2 gas gives rise to 2NH3. This is a gas. So Kc is greater than 10 power 3. Product is more than the reactants. Kc is less than 10 power minus 3. Reactants predominate over the products. So reactants is more, products is less. Kc is in the range of 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. Appreciable concentration of reactants and products will be present. Both that means reaction is at equilibrium. So look at option here. First option H2 is very high but not N2. It is incorrect. Look at the second option, H2 is low. So K is very low in the sense H2 is also will be high. It is a reactant. Third option, NH3 is very low. This is the correct option because Kc is very low. Reactants predominate over products. That means reactants is more concentration than compared to the product concentration. Products is less concentration. Here ammonia is very low. Concentration of ammonia is very low. This is the correct option. And fourth option, NH3 is low. This is wrong option. So Kc is less than minus 3. Reactant concentration is more. So question number 55, third option is correct. NH3 is very low. 55, third option is correct. Next question number 56. Look at the question number 56. In which of the following reactions will the equilibrium mixture contains an appreciable concentration of both reactants and products? Now only explain this. So in which of the following reactions will the equilibrium mixture contains an appreciable concentration of both reactants and product. So Kc between must be 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. So first option what is given is Cl2 gas plus Cl2 gives rise to 2Cl. It is a gas. This is the first option. Option 1. Kc is given. Kc is equal to how much is given is 6.4 into 10 power minus 39. Next, second option. Look at the second option. Cl2 gas plus 2NO gives rise to 2NOCl. Cl2 plus 2NO gives rise to 2NOCl. Kc for this reaction. So Kc is equal to 3.7 into 10 power 8. 3.7 into 10 power 8. Look at the third option. Third option, Cl2 plus 2NO2. Cl2 gas plus 2NO2. So it is a gas and it is also a gas. Gives rise to 2NO2Cl. It is also a gas. Kc for this reaction 1.8. 1.8. Next, fourth option, H2 gas plus S solid, sulfur is solid, gives rise to H2S gas. So K for this equation, K is equal to 7.8 into 10 power 5. So these are the 4 options given. Look at the 4 options. In the 4 options, the appreciable concentration of both reactants and products. So look at the fourth case. If K is in the range of 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3, appreciable concentration of both reactants and products will be present. So look at here is Kc is 6.4 into 10 power minus 39. So here is Kc is 3.7 into 10 power 8. Here K is 1.8. Kc is 10.8 into 10 power 5. Look at the third option. Look at the third option. Kc is in the range of 10 power minus 3 to 10 power 3. Is in the range of between the 10 power minus 3 and 10 power 3. So that appreciable concentration of both reactants and products present in the case of third option. So question number 56, third option is correct. Question number 56, third option is correct. Next, question number 57. Look at the question number 57. Equilibrium is established in the reaction A plus B gives rise to C plus D with Kc is 10 at this point. So first let us write equation. A plus B gives rise to C plus D. C plus D. Then Kc is given 10. So Kc is equal to what is the given? 10 at this point. So first let us write equilibrium expression for this equation. Kc is equal to equilibrium constant. Kc is equal to C concentration power C concentration D concentration by A concentration B concentration. A concentration and B concentration. So which of the following option we have to verify? First option, C concentration to D concentration is equal to A concentration to B concentration. Second option, A concentration is equal to B concentration is equal to C concentration is equal to D concentration is equal to 10 Next, third option, A concentration into B concentration is equal to 0.1, C concentration to D concentration. Fourth option, A concentration into B concentration is equal to 10 into C concentration and D concentration. So first we have to take this equation. Here is Kc is equal to 10. Kc is equal to 10, then concentration C into concentration D by A concentration and B concentration. Then A concentration into B concentration is equal to, we can take as a C concentration to D concentration by 10, isn't it? That is equal to 0.1 C concentration, D concentration. So A concentration into B concentration is equal to 0.1 into product of C concentration and D concentration. Look at the options. Look at the 57th third option. Product of A concentration and B concentration is equal to 0.1 into concentration, product of concentration C and D. So question number 57, third option is correct. Question number 57, option 3 is correct. Next, question number 58. Question number 57, third option is correct. Question number 58. Look at the question number 58. Kc for the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 is K. Then the value of Kc for the reaction 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. First let us equation N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. 2NH3. So the Kc for the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3 is K. So Kc is given. Kc is equal to what is given? K. Then the value of Kc for the reaction. So 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2. N2 plus 3H2. So what is a Kc we have to find out. To differentiate it, I am taking it as a Kc dash. Kc is equal to K. Kc dash is equal to what we have to find out. So here is look at the two equations. So the first equation is N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. If you reverse the first equation, you will get a second equation. The second equation is a reverse of first equation. Then when the equation is reversed, then the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash is Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc. When the equation is reversed, then the relationship between the Kc and Kc dash and Kc is equal, Kc dash and Kc is Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc, 1 by Kc. Then Kc dash is equal to 1 by Kc is how much is given? K, 1 by K. So this is the answer for question number 58. Look at options. First option K, second option 2K, third option 1 by K, fourth option k square. So question number 58, third option is correct, 1 by k. Question number 58, option 3 is correct, 1 by k. Next question number 59. Look at the question number 59. The active mass of 64 grams of HI in a 2 liter flask would be. So what is the data is given is mass of HI is given. M is equal to 64 grams. Mass is given. So what is asking is volume is given. Volume is equal to 2 liters. Volume is equal to 2 liters. So what we have to calculate is active mass. Active mass is equal to question mark. Active mass is nothing but concentration. So active mass nothing but concentration, nothing molarity we have to find out. So active mass nothing but concentration. C is equal to formula N by V. C is equal to N by V. So N we have to find out. N is equal to mass by molar mass. Mass by molar mass. Mass is given how much? 64. The mass is 64 by molar mass of HI. So molar mass of HI is equal to molar mass. M is equal to 128 gram per mole. Molar mass of HI is equal to 128 gram per mole. HI molar mass. So here iodine is 127, hydrogen is 127 plus 1, 128. The molar mass of HI is equal to 128 gram per mole. Then this is 128. Then we'll get 1 by 2. So number of moles is equal to 1 by 2. Then C is equal to, this is at what? 1 by 2 by volume is how much is given? 2. That we can take as 1 by 4. 1 by 4 in the sense what we have to take? 0.25. So C is equal to, concentration is equal to 0.25. So look at the options. So first option 2, second option 1, third option is 5, fourth option is 0.25. So question number 59, option 4 is correct, 0.25. Question number 59, fourth option is correct.